Hello, good evening everyone. I am Manor Kumar, Assistant Professor of English from Government College Devat. In the previous lessons, we discussed about the poem Kubla Khan composed by S.T. Coleridge. S.T. Coleridge is one of the great romantic poets and he was also a, a precursor of the romantic period. In Kubla Khan, we have studied three parts of this poem, and today we are going to study the last and concluding part of this poem. The text of the poem: a damsel with a dulcimer in a vision once I saw. It was an Abyssinian maid, and on her dulcimer she played, singing of Mount Abora. Could I receive within me her symphony and song? To such a deep delight would win me, that with music loud and long I would build that dome in air, that sunny dome, those caves of ice, and all who heard should see them there, and all should cry, beware, beware. His flashing eyes, his floating hair. Weave a circle round him thrice, and close your eyes with holy dread, for he on honeydew hath fed and drunk the milk of paradise. In the previous lesson, we studied Kubla Khan ordered an magnificent pleasure palace to be built for him in Zandu. The palace was to be situated on the bank of the sacred river Elbe, which flowing through immeasurably deep caves ultimately sank into a dark sea. So, a piece of fertile land, 10 square miles in area, was enclosed with walls and towers. This place had bright gardens, winding streams, and aromatic trees bearing sweet smelling flowers. There were also forests age old as hills. And today, in the last part of this poem, a damsel with a dulcimer. Damsel means a maiden, an unmarried girl with a dulcimer. Dulcimer, a kind of a instrument. Dulcimer means a kind of instrument. In a vision once I saw, poet says, in a vision, in a reverie, in a dream, I saw it was an Abyssinian maid. It was an Abyssinian maid. Abyssinian maid means belonging to Abyssinia. And on her dulcimer she played, singing of Mount Abora. Her dulcimer she was singing of Mount Abora. Could I revive within me? Revive means recollect, recreate. Her symphony and song. Could I recollect and recreate her symphony? Symphony means music and song to such a deep delight would win me that with music loud and long, there is alliteration in this line, loud and long. I would build that dome in air. I would build that dome in the air. Dome in air means the poet recaptured the beauty of the dome in his poetry. The poet says, I will recapture the beauty of the palace in my poetry. That sunny dome, those caves of ice, that the beautiful features and characteristics of the palace I will recapture and recreate in my poetry. And all who heard should see them there, and all sound cry, beware, beware. In these lines, the poet says, the poet's powers are so powerful that they create awe and dread in uh, real reader's mind. So, the power of the power of poetic beauty is so powerful that it can create awe and dread in reader's mind. His flashing eyes, flashing means brightening, his floating hair, waving hair, weave a circle of thrice. Circle of thrice means uh, going round a person thrice times in a bind bind him with his magic, and should cry his flashing eyes, his floating hair, weave a circle round him thrice, and close your eyes with holy and dread. The paradox, holy and dead. Oxymoron device can be noticed in this line, holy dead. For he on honeydew hath fed and drank the milk of paradise. Now, in these lines, the poet says, I saw an Abyssinian maid playing on her dulcimer and singing a sweet song about Mount Abora. Mount Abora, a purely imaginary name. And names like Elf and Mount Abora belong to the geography of romance. So, it is completely a imaginative name. So the poet says, I saw a Abyssinian maid playing on her dulcimer and singing a sweet song about Mount Evora. The poet says that if he could recapture and recreate the sweet melody of the Abyssinian maid, it would fill him with such a divine inspiration that he would write powerful poetry to give a vivid description of Kubla Khan's pleasure palace, and all those who heard him would be able to see that palace in the air in their imagination. So here the poet says that the music and song of the Abyssinian maid inspired him to write a poetry about the great palace. So the Abyssinian maid was inspiration for the poet. They would think of the poet as a mighty magician. When the audience will listen the song of the poet, they would think of the poet as a mighty magician. They would see his floating hair and his flashing eyes, and would be filled with great awe and fear. They means readers. They would go round him thrice to protect themselves from his magical powers. The magical powers mean the powers of poetry, the spell of poetry. They would go round him thrice to protect themselves from his magical powers. His poetic frenzy would make them think that he was a human being fed on the honeydew and the milk of paradise, and they would warn one another to keep away from him. So, the milk of paradise uh, means here the magical food that produces divine inspiration. And again, I explain these lines. In these lines, Coleridge described the act of poetic creation. If a poet gets inspired, he can create lovely forms and shapes with his imagination. The poet says, if he gets inspiration, if he gets inspired from anywhere, he can create lovely and great poetry. Inspiration is essential for creation of a great poetry. He can create lovely forms and shapes with his imaginations. Coleridge once had the vision of a Abyssinian girl singing of the wild splendor of Mount Abora and playing on her dulcimer. It was a beautiful song indeed, beautiful enough to inspire the poet. He says that if he could revive it in his heart, he would be so inspired that he would build Kubla Khan's dome in the air. In his poetry, he would give such a vivid description of Kubla Khan's palace that those who read it would feel that the palace actually stood before their eyes. So, the spell of the poetry would be great on the readers. So, it was your poem, and we have explained, we have discussed on the concluding line of the poem. Thank you. In our next lesson, we discuss on another poem by Astic Coleridge. Thank you for today.